especially on the defensive side, there's two ways to play it. Go after the quarterback. They've been blitzing every single play until that last play they set back. So Hugh Jackson, can you call the right play and get the defense you expect to give A.J. McCarron a chance to win this game?
Here's a 3rd and 7. And McCarron goes down the field, and it's caught. And Green's in for the touchdown.
We saw it early in the game, and this pass was knocked down, but A.J. Green goes inside and then breaks back out. What a job by McCarron, finding him on the backside.
Just as he had done in both meetings in the regular season, Green is in the end zone tonight against the Steelers.
Good job. And also what happened that time, did you see A.J. McCarron was looking to the right and it wasn't there? Then he comes back. Now they got to get the...
Go for 2.
Go for 2.
Go for 2 here. Try to up the margin to 3 with 1:50 to play. 4 players shift in the formation. Little toss over the hill. The Steelers are all over it and deny him.
That was dangerous. Could have been a lateral, which it was. And that could have been returned.
Yes, it can.
For a 2-point conversion.
Can you imagine that? Could have flipped this script.
That would have been unbelievable. But let's go back and just look at what A.J. McCarron did to maybe win this game. A.J. Green's going to go down, then break back out. Watch the quarterback as he's looking to the right. Looks right, makes a little pump fake, and then comes to the backside. And that delay, that kept the safety from getting over there and making his play because he's reading the quarterback.
By the way, this is Green's first ever playoff touchdown. There's Mike Mitchell coming in. Mike Mitchell raced just across the river here. And he had talked with us last night about his respect for A.J. Green. He's frustrated us, he told us. He's more combative now. He's a heck of a player. And he's recently gotten a lot of big chunk plays against us.
Well,
and they just got one right there to take the lead.
He did something he has been talking about that he was going to do tonight. He says, I always out of the corner of my eye, I'm going to have an eye on A.J. Green when he can. That was a play that the quarterback, with his look off, made him look inside, and he lost sight of A.J. Green. That looked like it was almost pre-planned. I watched a little pump fake by A.J. McCarron on that replay, so that was well thought out. They called the right play. We just said it. Hugh Jackson called the right play and had the perfect defense to get that touchdown.
Short kick. Return opportunity for Wheaton. But the Bengals have it covered up, including Smith. And we've got another pushing and shoving match going on near the 35-yard line.
Guess who's in it? I mean, he just looked like Vontaze Burfict once again was involved. Gosh, Burfict just was coming in trying to police things that time.
Steelers have all their timeouts. Trying to drive to get an attempt at a winning field goal. Jones, middle of the field, and that is intercepted, and it's Burfict who comes away with the football. He better be down because he's running the wrong way. I mean, what is going on here? 5 Bengals ran right up the ramp to the locker room, including Burfict with the football. Question is, was he down? I believe he was.
Watch what he does, though. 55. What a job. Contact, he's down. Contact takes him to the ground. There it is on the ground also.
Yeah, no question.
But he fooled the quarterback.
I thought for a moment there, were we going to have a Jim Marshall moment here? Dialing back a memory from years and years ago, the old Viking. Running the wrong way.
Montez perfect. Did he do it all tonight? Caused a lot of trouble. But the sack, Roethlisberger, the tackles. Watch him as he read the quarterback. He was going outside, stopped it, and broke back inside to get the interception. Awesome job.
This game is not over. The Steelers have all the timeouts. Here's Hill. Jarvis Jones. Ball is out. Shazier had it for a moment, and now it's picked up by Cockrell. Let's see here. They're going to rule that Hill was down. I believe it's a fumble.
Called a fumble on the play. It will automatically be reviewed, of course.
Recovered by Pittsburgh. 1st and 10. Pittsburgh.
Oh, my goodness. What a change of events here. Still got it. Well, that was the stripped away by Shazier. Did the elbow touch first, or was the ball coming out? It's coming out. Mike Carey, no doubt about that, right?
It's a close one, but it's coming out.
Ruling on the field as Jeremy Hill fumbled. Watch the knee, watch the elbow, but the ball there is moving. Mike Carey, any doubt in your mind?
In my mind, that ball is moving, and certainly there's not enough to reverse.
Right. Start doing the math on what would this situation have been.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands as called. 1st and 10.
And look who's coming out. I'm looking across the way. Ben Roethlisberger trots onto the field. This whole exchange of turnovers, Pittsburgh lost 5 yards and 27 seconds. Now, had Cincinnati just had 3 pedestrian running plays and Steelers would have taken all their timeouts, probably would have gone for a field goal.
Yes.
But you would have been somewhere
that was the idea.
Under a minute.
Jeremy Hill let the ball get ripped out of his arms.
Can Roethlisberger throw it at all? Flings it over to Bryant. Bryant in traffic. Makes a nice couple of moves and picks up 8. Trying to drive them to put them in range for Chris Boswell.
Good play to test that arm out with the shoulder, whatever's bothering him. The screen play to get him moving.
Roethlisberger's throw is incomplete. Brown wasn't quite ready for it.
Defensive backs. Leon Hall is now not in there either, Jim. So
there's Hill standing alone in a very defensive stance, having fumbled for the 4th time, having lost the 4th fumble of the year. Third and 2, 54 seconds. Steelers still have all the timeouts. Cincinnati's going to use one of its 2 that it had remaining. And again, the Subway postgame show will follow immediately after this one. JB, Tony, Bart, Boomer, and Coach Cower for highlights and analysis of the game. All coming up, the Subway postgame show. Those couple of throws, I know they weren't long throws, but could you tell anything about Roethlisberger being compromised right now throwing the football?
Well, hard to tell, but they did look okay enough where it looks like, you know, I can't say that, hey, his arm looks great, but still got it out there with some pep on it. And you look at Marvin Lewis going up and down the sideline. looking for that first playoff win.
Third and 2. Rushing 3. Roethlisberger lofts it, and quite a catch by Toussaint. Had to adjust, and he goes out of bounds. Gain of 7 in the first.
Good job by Ben Roethlisberger moving around. It's a 3-man rush, so he's going to wait till he sees it cleanly to make the throw. Well, and you're right, Toussaint, nice adjustment. Big first down. Gets out of bounds, saves the timeout.
That was only their second third down conversion of the night. Roethlisberger swings it over to Toussaint. Gets a move to get around Lewis Harris, and near another first, and Pittsburgh's got to take a timeout here. And that's a first down.
Cincinnati playing the averages, Jim. Playing soft, let him throw that underneath, get those yards. They used the timeout, but you can't continue that coverage. A couple more completions, 2 timeouts. Extra defensive backs. Look where they all are, how deep everybody is.
Remember, they've lost Kirkpatrick to injury tonight, and most importantly, Reggie Nelson. So they've lost 2 starters in the secondary, the Bengals.
Well, and Leon Hall is not in there also tonight. Who is the extra defensive back? No, he's back in the game now. But Roethlisberger did the right thing, throwing those footballs short and getting in this position. Time is still on his side if he has to throw it short.
Here he is on first down and under pressure. Throws it incomplete. Gilberry and Johnson in the area of Roethlisberger when he threw it.
Well, a little confusion, I think. The lineman going down the field looked like it might be a screen, but then you see Roethlisberger looking down the field.
I couldn't have felt too good on a tender right shoulder, that hit. 2nd and 10. Will Antonio Brown be a factor here? Going to the other side from Brown to Bryant. And Iloka cuts him off, pushes him out. 32 seconds. Only picked up 3.
Antonio Brown basically double covered. They made sure that time he's not going to be the difference in it. And we haven't really seen Ben Roethlisberger give that extra time. Of course, that was a screen. That was going outside all the way.
You just wonder how far downfield he's able to throw it.
That's right.
Third and 7 with 32 seconds. Trying to cross him up on the ground. Toussaint got tripped up. That was Michael Johnson who saved what would have, in all likelihood, been a first down carry.
Yeah, it would have been a first down.
Look at this.
Michael Johnson on the ground making an attack on that is something since he's come back from Tampa Bay. They lost him to free agency. He's back, and he's played the run better this year than he has in his career.
Look at the opening ahead for Toussaint.
Oh, he was going to get the first down. You're right.
It's going to be 4th down coming up at Pittsburgh timeout right now at 25 seconds. They have 1 remaining. The play call looked like a solid call. There was just one hand that could stop it.
You're right, trying to catch him off guard. And I think you said it 28 seconds ago. They still have 1 timeout.
They added 3 seconds here on the clock. Timeout, Bengals. Final 1.
Marvin Lewis with Paul Gunther, the defensive coordinator.
Well, first things first for Pittsburgh. Got to convert here.
Well, they got to convert, and you just got to make sure you tell your defense, you know, tackling. If they catch the football, get them to the ground. You know, don't overplay in a situation like this on the defensive side. That gives the offense that opportunity to make that big play, to get them into field goal range.
Hill's so concerned his miscue could be the difference here. Praying that his defense can somehow end it right now. Fourth and 3. Roethlisberger has the first down. Brown to the 48.
They call the timeout immediately. And they did a great job. Little switch that time by Antonio Brown in the slot to the right side. He goes inside. Heath Miller goes out. That causes confusion, and it gets him away from Leon Hall. Really well-designed play. Look at it, and look at the sharp cut by Antonio Brown. It gets him open.
They're out of timeouts. And they're about, well, 14 yards away from being able to put them in position that would match the season long by Boswell. But you would think if they got 10 yards now, you would have to bring him out and see if he could convert it from 55. But no timeouts. .22 seconds to go. Roethlisberger from the pocket, middle of the field, incomplete.
Personal foul.
Oh, a flag does come in.
Went to the head.
Lewis Harris is going to be flagged for this on the hit on Antonio Brown, and it's going to put the Steelers in field goal range. Burfict was in there too.
Perfect. It's coming across the field. I saw it. I thought it was him.
Yeah, and I know that they both were in on the coverages at 55 or 37.
Personal foul, defense number 55. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Perfect in the end.
Definitely took the shot to the head. You could see it live. Marvin Lewis, before this drive started, was talking on the sideline the whole time, it seemed like, to Vontaze Burfict, and yes.
Oh my goodness. Brown is still down.
That's, of course, flagrant.
Out of control.
Out of control. It's going to be everything. That's going to be suspension, fine.
It may cost this team a game.
And before this drive started, Marvin Lewis was on the sideline with him, talking to him the whole time to make sure that he controlled his emotions when he went back out on the field.
You know, I don't think that message resonated as much as Marvin tried. Brown is on his feet, and now there's a little flare up again. An official just got pushed. And now if this is just a penalty against Cincinnati, they're just going to make this a chip shot field goal and lose their season over it. Burfict thinks it might be against Pittsburgh.
Well, he just went over to the sideline and pushed his own coach. Whoa. You know, listen, Jim.
This call is huge because it's going to have everything to do with this field goal attempt.
Well, it's huge, but it's sad. I mean, we knew coming into the game that anything you did was going to be watched closely, and the officials, John Perry, they've tried to keep control of this game.
Personal foul. Defense number 24. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Adam Jones.
Well,
There's Joey Porter, one of the assistants. He's had, of course, back in his playing days, scrapes. Then he got bumped.
no, it's just, can it get any worse?
No.
And it's just the,
I don't know. It's been in
it's
so
a
many different
terrible
places tonight.
yes.
Roethlisberger being taken off the field and a couple
Fans
of
cheering
the fact that he was injured. There have been a couple of times tonight you've wanted to use the word disgraceful. And it's certainly, it's what it is.
It's disgraceful in so many fronts by everybody. I mean, it's just, but you know, I'm not going to blame the officials, Jim. I am not. They have tried. How many flags can they throw? How many penalties?
Well, I'm going to get back to the fact that this young man right here, first-year kicker, has a chance to put the Steelers ahead with 18 seconds to go. What's going to likely be a 35-yard attempt. They're not going to run another play, risk anything. Nobody has any timeouts. I guess they could have, in theory, run a play and had a spike, but they're going to go ahead and go for the kick that in all likelihood would win it if he makes it. And the kick is drilled, and the Steelers are back ahead at 18-16. Well, again, the last unsportsmanlike penalty on Adam Jones made this all the way down the field to a 35-yard field goal.
I mean, this has got to go down as one of the worst defeats ever imposed on yourself with the penalties.
So it all began with the Hill fumble just after Burfict had made an interception that looked like it could have possibly sealed it. And then the headhunting penalty called against Burfict. And then there's Joey Porter in the middle of things, the former Steeler linebacker. And there's Pac-Man Jones in the middle of it. And he draws a flag that makes the kick only a 35-yarder off the 15-yard penalty. You try to stitch that together, you try to write that story. There's 4 or 5 moments here in the last minute of the game that you just shake your head and you can't believe it. Now you start to wonder in these final 14 seconds, barring any crazy miracle here, what Roethlisberger's condition will be like, and Antonio Brown for that matter, when they go to Denver next week for the divisional round.
Well, you got to wonder too, the Bengals, Marvin Lewis, this game, how it unfolded, looking for his first playoff victory. You think it's over. We got the football.
Adam Jones. And he runs into Jarvis Jones. And tackled at the 24. 6 seconds to go. Jones was arguing his case to Perry.
Well, it's too late now. And all the great plays and stuff by Adam Jones and Vontaze Burfict. They had highlight reels here tonight in plays they made on the defensive side. None of it will be remembered, of course. Terrible day for the league.
McCarron launching it deep. Batted down by Shazier. And the game is over. The Steelers have come back behind Roethlisberger, re-entering the game and driving them with the aid of penalties to the game-winning field goal. I want to see what's going to happen down here on the field as the Steelers try to hurry to the ramp and to the exit.
Well, there's a lot of debris being thrown down on the field.
Tracy Wolfson, you're down there. Take it away.
That's right, Jim. I'm here with Big Ben. And Ben, first, let me start with that right shoulder. Can you tell us what's going on right now with that injury?
We won the game. That's all that matters.
Why did I know you were going to say that? Well, let's go through this final drive down here. The fumble when you think the game might be over, and then the penalties and all the emotion and the rain. And, oh, by the way, you're playing with one shoulder. Have you ever been through a game like this?
It's an emotional football game. Emotional football players, emotional playoffs, everything. So I'm just so proud of everybody that played, that stepped up. Fitz and Jordan and everybody. O-line did great, and I'm just happy for this team. We got to win. That's all that matters.
How confident are you now you have to face the Broncos next week that you'll be able to play?
We won this game. I'm happy.
Appreciate it. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Mike Tomlin just came over to get him. We're told to get him off the field. And we'll have a rematch in Denver next week of a game that was a beauty on December the 20th when Roethlisberger led the Steelers back from 17 down 27-10 to a 34-27 victory over the Broncos. This is right at the end of the game. Marvin Lewis giving an earful to Vontez Perfect. Adam Jones sobbing. You saw the fans, the same thing. The drought does not end on a rain-soaked night.